welcome to the third video of this series, JavaScript Simplified from Computing Genie. In this video, we'll be adding JavaScript code to our existing web page that we created in the last video. If you haven't watched that yet, I'd suggest you to go back and have a look into it and get back to this video. And now, assuming you have a running web page with HTML code in it, we'll now be adding some JavaScript syntax and functions to our line of code. So I'll start off by opening up Visual Studio. And in the last video we saw how we can modify these HTML tags to anything we desire. Now we are going to be adding some JavaScript code to this file, index.html. We can do that with the help of a script tag, and you can add tags by opening up braces and typing in the name of your tag, in this case script, and close braces. To close a tag while coding, you should add a / before typing in the name of your tag, again in this case script, and closing braces. Visual Studio has a great feature where it can predict the code you can type, and it makes the process a lot faster. Once you have a script tag on your code, you can now add JavaScript syntax to it. The first JavaScript syntax we'll be adding is an alert function, which are those pop-up notifications you receive when you visit a web page, and it may ask something like permission for cookies and notifications. You can add an alert function to your line of code by just typing in alert, and in parentheses and in a string you should type in your message, and this right here represented in a brown like text is a string. A string is a series of characters, and a string in JavaScript can be stored in double or single quote. If you want to learn more about what a string in JavaScript is, I'll drop a link to W3 Schools down in the description, and you can learn a little more in depth about it. Now we have an alert function in our line of code. We can now save our code and open up VS Code terminal by using the shortcut key Ctrl plus backtick. Once you have your terminal open, you have to type in the input code npm run start to host your web page on your default browser and see if your code is working. Once Light Server kicks in and our web page loads up, you can see an alert pop-up message saying the message we typed in the string variable in our line of code. And after tapping on OK, the pop-up message disappears and you can see your web page. Now this seems to work just fine. But when you work with multiple developers in one project, which is a common scenario, it is a good practice to separate JS files from HTML files. Both the code is easier to access and a lot more organized. And we can do this by binding our script tag to a JS file in our project folder. So let's start off by removing our script tag. To bind a script tag to another file, you have to give it an ID and also add a source tag to the file name you're going to bind it to. We're going to bind it to script.js. Once we are done with that line, we should open up script.js, and here we can now type in our JavaScript code. We are going to be typing in the same alert function here to check if our line of code works. Once you have typed in your alert function in your JavaScript file, you can then save your file and then check your browser if the pop-up message is still displayed. And as you see right here, the message still appears on the screen. And that's how you add JavaScript code to your HTML file, bind a HTML file to a JavaScript file, and add an alert function to your line of code. So in the next video, I'll explain how to work with multiple JavaScript files and go a little more in depth with functions. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on the video. If you have any suggestions regarding the content of the video, leave a comment down below. Subscribe to Computing Genie with bell notifications so you'll never miss another tutorial. And that's it for now. I'll see y'all on the next one.